Hi guys, welcome to this video I'm making since I had to cancel class today. I had jury duty. I'm not sure if the division office told you guys that, but I was called into jury duty and I am also going to be there on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock because the case is a criminal case and they're trying to select their jurors. So right now I'm in the running to be a juror on a criminal case, which is interesting, kind of exciting, but it messes with our schedule. So I just wanted to make a video to go over what's going on this week since it looks like we're not going to be meeting on Wednesday and we weren't able to meet today on Monday. So we have yet to determine whether or not there's going to be a sub on Wednesday and you'll be able to be in the lab. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to go over what's happening this week. This is what I would have done in class. So what would have happened in class is I would have gone over what's on here for this week, and then we would have jumped straight into Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail, which we are going to analyze rhetorically. The other thing that's happening this week is a rhetorical analysis of Taylor Swift's video Calm Down. So both of those are actually on here on the discussions. So for this week, there are two discussions and there are two-page reading responses. So right now I haven't set a date to lock those reading responses because I want to be able to talk about what will work for you. It will probably not be this Saturday. It will be the following Saturday. But do remember that we are starting the Book of Joy next week. So rhetorical analysis has been happening the last 2 weeks. You've already been engaging in it with your two-page response to Natalie Goldberg. And now we are going to be continuing our practice of rhetorical analysis with these two readings. So the first discussion for this week is the Martin Luther King one. Attached is the PDF. I printed a handout for you but was unable to get it to you today because I was at the courthouse. So I found one that's actually copyrighted from Stanford, I believe. It's a great copy. It's easy to read. You can print it out if you'd like, or you can read it online and I can print it out for you. So that's what's happening for this discussion is you're going to read and annotate or take notes in your journal on King's letter from Birmingham jail. And then you are going to, cluster his reading in your journal. That's where you're making an actual mind map or a diagram of the information. We've done that several times in class. So you're just going to do that. You're going to flesh out some of the ideas. So the PDF, if you haven't already checked it out, it's a 9-page document. So take your time on it, but it is King's response to a letter that was written by the clergymen. And so at this point, Martin Luther King is in jail while he is writing this letter. That's why it's called the letter from Birmingham jail. He was arrested for peaceful protesting for the civil rights movement. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. If you don't know about that, you can always Google it if you're interested, or we can talk about it in class together. But that's some of the situation that he's responding to because we're looking at that rhetorical framework. The other thing that you're going to do is, and there's also an audio clip, so I'm going to click on it to show you. So this is actually a 48-minute reading of the letter from Birmingham jail, and so I suggest, if you're interested, checking it out. So you can follow along. There's also a link. I used to have a link of the beginning part of the video in his voice. I'm not sure if it was taken down from YouTube or if I can find it or not, but I'm going to try to find it and add it to this. You'll see it when you hop back on. So when you're ready to actually post to the discussion after you've read and annotated and taken notes on the reading itself, you're going to jump on the discussion and you're going to do a 2-paragraph post. The first one is choosing one sentence or part of the letter that you find intriguing and then sharing it with us and telling us what stood out to you and why you picked it. You're going to push your thinking a little bit further and tell us how it relates to our discussion on justice and today's society. And then the second part for paragraph 2 is you're going to connect the line that you picked to the rhetorical triangle. And so remember, for this one with the rhetorical triangle, we're looking at the speaker or the writer, who is Martin Luther King Jr., the audience, who is us, and also the audience in the 1960s when it was written, the civil rights movement, the American audience, the public. It was published in a public newspaper, and then also the text itself. So this is our rhetorical triangle, but we're looking specifically at ethos, pathos, logos. And that array of writing devices from the rhetorical framework, we have message, we have situation, we have purpose, We have devices that are used, right? So there's a lot of devices. There's references to authority. So you can ask yourself the questions that are on your rhetorical framework handout. Those are going to help guide your inquiry as you start dissecting and analyzing this piece. It's a really great piece to look at rhetorically. There's a lot going on. So again, it's 9 pages. So take your time. You can print it out. That's what I would be doing. I have hard copies if anyone would like one. I will be at work tomorrow because I'm not requested on jury duty back until Wednesday morning. And so...
But then it's the watermelon.
You are? You ate it all? Good job. And so Tuesday, if you want to come by my classroom, I'm in trailer 14, which is located right to it is northeast, southwest, west of the LRC building, right by the student admin building, student services building, just outside the LRC, trailer 14. I have hard copies of this. So you are welcome to stop by and pick one up, or you can just use the digital version, which is online. In some ways, the version that I posted on here, the PDF file from Stanford, or if you're looking down here, it's also an attachment down here, is a little bit easier to read than the one that I printed. Although the one that I've printed out for you already, which I wasn't able to give to you, I have... Excuse you. I have, there's notes on rhetoric and King's rhetoric specifically, so I'm going to give that one to you regardless. So that's what's happening in this discussion. Don't forget to read and respond to someone else, engage in ideas. You can use those same templates from your packet when you respond and engage in an academic conversation. Take your time on this discussion because it's important and it's meaty and it's going to take time to do well, so don't rush through it. I can tell when you're rushing, and so can you. It's usually when you're happy you got it in, but disappointed that you didn't do it sooner because you know you could have done better. So to avoid that, stay focused, use your study time wisely, and avoid procrastination. A lot of you wrote about that in your self-reflection is the killer of procrastination. So create better habits, habits that work well for you, habits that serve you more productively. Okay, and the second conversation for this week is the rhetorical analysis of Taylor Swift's Calm Down. So this discussion has a lot going on, just like the first one, except for this one, we're looking at a pop culture music video. It's Taylor Swift's song Calm Down. You can look at that. It was released in June, so it's a fairly new song. Well, it was featured in June. I don't think the album was released until August. But after you check out her video and listen to it, you can click on the 3 links that are included, and they are articles about the actual video. And so this one comes from Esquire. That's the first one. The second one, if you go ahead and click on it, it's USA Today. They're fairly recent articles. And then the last one is BuzzFeed. So we've got Esquire, USA Today, and BuzzFeed. Pop culture. Looking at pop culture, LGBT rights, and conversation in those publications. So what you're going to do, I'm going to click back. I just want to show you some of the links, but I'll click back here. After you watch her video, and I would watch it more than once and take some notes on it, things that you notice. You can do the rhetorical framework in your journal for her video. You can still look at situation, purpose, message, ethos, all that stuff, and you can take notes in your journal. But then you're going to post a 2-paragraph rhetorical analysis of her video. What are your thoughts of her rhetoric? What is her purpose in this video? Who is her audience? You're going to answer some of those questions. Remember, it's a 2-paragraph rhetorical analysis response, and you can push that into your 2-pager that will be due in a few weeks. So remember, you can use the same information. You don't have to reinvent it. And then you're going to read and respond to a classmate's post. If you're wanting bonus points, you can watch the video here that analyzes her video, and you can earn some more points that way by adding an extra paragraph. So you'd be posting 3 paragraphs if you want to earn some more points. So that's what's happening this week. There's 2 discussions. Again, there is going to be a 2-page reading response or rhetorical analysis on Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail and Taylor Swift's Calm Down. So those are linked here. Those are the assignment folders. That's what's linked here. But the one you're going to focus on this week, or the 2 that you're going to focus on, are the first 2. So you're on your own for this one. So I suggest that you seek out Verly, or you go to the tutoring center, or you collaborate with a friend on it and share ideas. You can talk about it and flesh out some of your ideas and build on each other's ideas. So collaborating and discussing is a super, super, super awesome way of understanding the material better, being able to ask questions, and just talking about it. That helps us come to a better understanding of it. I hope that this video is helpful. Sorry for some of the interruptions. I'm at home with my family. But I hope that you had a great day. I hope you have a really great week. If I don't get the chance to see you on Wednesday, wait for an email from my division regarding if class is going to be canceled before assuming that it's canceled. I'm going to try and get over after court on Wednesday, but I will be at court on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. I don't know if I'll be able to get over to school by 10. So again, have a great week. Email me if you have any questions or post questions online. This is where we can talk it out. Thanks a lot. Bye.